like a naughty child? I grabbed an egg whisk for good measure and crept towards the laundry. Maybe I could poke him in the eye. Light from the kitchen shone through, enough to see if anyone was in the room. I clutched a utensil in each hand, as though about to play drums with a set of pots and pans, and arched my body to the side, peering into the laundry. Something was spinning inside the dryer, as suspected. I crouched slightly and crept towards it. As I squinted, the sight before me came into focus, and I flinched, realizing what was inside. My pounding heart practically cannonballed out of my chest, and I jumped backwards, the ironing board falling from its wall hook onto me, followed by the broom and mop. "Ah!" I screamed, fumbling around on my butt and trying to stand among all the household equipment toppling around me. "Ah!" I grabbed the fallen broom and jabbed it at the power point to turn off the dryer. The machine continued working. How on earth? My eyes wide open, I gripped the broomstick with shaky hands as heat pounded through my bloodstream. Tentatively, I reached towards the circular door and was about to yank it open when it burst open by itself. I gasped and fell back against the equipment. My breath froze high in my throat as my mind tried to comprehend the sight in front of me. A woman. A pale, semi-translucent woman in purple polka dot pajamas flew out of the dryer and sat herself on the edge of the machine. That was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. Death. She tidied her messy mop of curly hair and tucked red strands behind her ears. Her eyes looked straight into mine and I shook. I was wondering when you'd come and say hello. Who? What? Words snap-froze on leaving my voice box, and icicles of fear took their place. She jumped off the machine and stood in front of me. I scrambled to my feet, mumbling, No, this isn't happening. I waved the spoon and whisk frantically like I was trapped in a spider web. Go away! It's only a dream. Wake up, Sally, wake up! I lurched through the doorway and dashed around the corner to the kitchen, running through to the living room, squealing like a little girl and waving the utensils. I shoved the egg whisk into my pajama pants pocket, then the wooden spoon, but it fell out, and dug the key in the lock of the front door. Hey! Don't leave me here all alone! The woman shouted, then laughed. Well, if you really want to, go right ahead. I flipped my head sideways. She sat on the dining table with her arms crossed. I turned the key and pulled at the door handle, but it wouldn't budge. I tried locking and unlocking it again. Open, damn it! You might as well give up. It's not going to open, she said. Panting, I turned around and my eyes homed in on another possible route of escape, the sliding door to the patio. Except I'd have to get past Psycho Ghost Woman to get to it. The door that opened to the outside from the laundry was the only other option, but I didn't know if I could ever go into that room again. I pulled at the door one last time. It remained shut. I told you it won't open. Didn't you believe me? She pouted as though I'd hurt her feelings. My mind visualized the route back to the dreaded laundry. I should be able to make it around the corner without being caught. Just. I sucked in a few sharp breaths and ran, through the living room and around the corner into the kitchen, the egg whisk falling from my pocket on the way. Ah! I skidded and stumbled backwards. The woman was at the open doorway that led to the laundry, hands on hips, obstructing my escape route. You can't get out this way either. She shook her head. I turned and ran towards the patio door, but as I reached for the handle, she appeared there too. There was no running from this crazy bitch. I was trapped. A glimmer of hope overshadowed the fear as I eyed the phone on the kitchen counter and lunged for it. It flew from the charger and onto the floor. I dove to pick it up, but it...